Hello, Shib Army. Thank you for being here with us today. I'm ShibWriter.
And this is ShibaZam.
All
We're,
right.
we're happy here because we got no one doing an interview for us.
And for us or with us?
Or with
both?
us, or both.
All right. Yeah, I'm really
Hey
excited.
guys,
I'm really excited to have Noah here with us today. He's going to be talking to us about Shiba Eternity. He was one of the lucky few who was able to be a beta tester. So, Noah, how exactly did you get lucky to become a beta tester?
honestly, no one knows what criteria developers used when picking the candidates for the beta testing. If I had to guess myself by the fellow beta testers that were in the Discord, I would say that they are the true Ship Army members who have proven their integrity, dedication to the cause, and who are being active in the Ship Discord. At least I'd like to think that I fit those criteria myself.
I'm sure you do.
I'm sure you do, especially with such a name as No One.
I'm sure everybody knows Noah. And if you don't, you will now. And you won't ever forget Noah.
Yeah. And since then, I started doing my YouTube channel, No One Has Spoken, documenting my beta tester journey with permission of the devs, of course. And slowly it grew into the teaching the community the knowledge I have acquired from the game, so they can have a head start when the Shiba Eternity finally hits the world.
By the way, if you have not subscribed or seen his content, please go to his YouTube channel. It is amazing. Anything and everything when it comes to Shiba Eternity is in there. And plus, you get to see No One perform at its peak. And what's your YouTube channel for everyone to know?
It's No One Has Spoken.
No one has spoken, remember. So you didn't hear a thing because no one said anything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So, how were you first introduced to Shiba Inu?
Okay, if I remember correctly, it was spring of last year. The Elon has just started his Dogecoin crusade on the Twitter,
Of course.
and seeing how he started making moves, I decided to sell my Bitcoin and went all in on Dogecoin. Now looking back, I know that was a very stupid risk to take, but luckily for me, it paid off. I got off the train at 50 cents, while it continued on into the 70s to my anguish. But then the Saturday Night Live happened and the things took turn for worse. And since the things cooled down, I realized I have to diversify whatever I managed, let's be honest, to win. So I started researching alternative crypto projects which had a sound plan and possibly good prospects. And I stumbled upon this unknown to me at the time SHIB token, which had a strong but somewhat different vision, the Ryoshi vision, compared to the other centralized projects. So I decided to give it a chance as well. And it was all before even the Shiba Swap was released, and before the Shiba Ushis, Shiba Eternity, Shibaru, or Shib the Metaverse were even on the horizon.
Oh, nice.
And since then, I've been taking part in all of the Shiba ecosystem and been hodling it without looking back.
Oh yeah.
But of course, it's not a financial advice, and you should trust no one and do your own research and risk assessment before taking the plunge in any project, crypto or otherwise.
Aren't you happy that you're in this community, though?
Oh, absolutely, I love it.
So you guys heard that. Trust no one for financial advice.
So go ahead. Just kidding.
Yeah, the pun intended.
That's
All
funny.
right. So, Noah, when I first reached out to you to do this interview, and we were going back and forth, and you had said that you had come into our neck of the woods over here in California for this nice grand tour. What was your first impression of California?
Oh, absolutely. 3 years ago, during the summer holidays, I took my wife on the grand tour of the West Coast. And after around 16 hours of flights to LA, we finally arrived to our hotel at 10 p.m. local time. But with our internal clock all messed up, because it was already morning where we came from, we felt that we can go on a nightclub run, which we did. And as my wife always says when we travel somewhere, we didn't travel all the way here just to sleep. So we didn't.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the trip was like a roller coaster at the Universal Studios. which we attended the next day. And then for the next 2 weeks, we traveled east all the way to Grand Canyon and then northwest to San Francisco and many places in between, and finally returned back to the LA via the Silicon Valley and the lovely coastal cities of the OC.
Was there a particular spot or location that you enjoyed the most?
Oh yeah, there were so many to name. If you rename yourself into Shiba Travel TV, I can name them all, but otherwise I'll just pick a few. So we love the Californian beaches with those lifeguard houses like in the movies.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Malibu.
Then, yeah, the Palm Springs aerial tramway was fantastic. At the bottom it was like around 40 degrees Celsius, and at the top it was like cool 20 something degrees, and the views were amazing.
Yes.
A lot
And
to
the
see.
breathtaking sunsets at the Grand Canyon, the canyon-like explosions of the Bellagio fountains, and the heat of the death valley killed our phones in 3-4 minutes of filming and taking photos. It was around 47 degrees Celsius at the time, so it was very hot.
Really
Yes.
hot. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's always so much to do in Las Vegas. The Bellagio did an amazing job with those fountains, and just at nighttime, doesn't it feel so good to see all the lights and everything just popping?
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely, we loved it. Unfortunately, we had only one night to stay there, but we made it count.
Hey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you made it count. Why don't you tell us that story?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, of course. So before we came on the trip, I told my wife to pack a nice dress, just in case, but she had no idea what it was for. And originally, I planned my trip very well, so it was like a presidential travel program. So after arriving to Encore, we had like 2 hours of rest before the grand surprise. And when we pulled up to the wedding chapel, my wife was really shocked. But since she has already answered the question a long time ago, there was nothing to think about this time around. So, but as the custom would have it, we couldn't do it any other way than getting remarried with Elvis's blessing. It was a blast.
The king, you absolutely have to. If you're coming over here and you're going to Vegas, you got to find that time to visit the king and get his blessings, you know?
Oh, that's fantastic. I
Oh,
love that.
absolutely. Yeah. And afterwards, we had Elvis's songs played in the car while traveling for the rest of the way.
That is so fun. I love that. Now I just need to meet somebody who's actually been married through the drive-through at Vegas.
Oh, that's true. Hey, they serve hot dogs, they serve hamburgers, and they serve marriages. So we got it all, guys.
Oh, yes. And now that you know practically everything about me, I wanted to learn about you guys, if you don't mind.
Oh, that's a first.
As an average Shibarian, I think that's what you would call someone from the Shiba universe,
Yes.
we'd all like to learn a little bit about you. I think the community would benefit from it. So if you're up for that.
Okay.
We're ready. We're ready. Go.
Okay, so the first question we should like to know, how did you guys meet?
That's all you.
Oh, I'm going to need more than this. Oh, God. How do I start this? Whew. Okay. Let's just say this. I've never been really good at approaching, a female. And I was invited to this event in Riverside. There was this nice club, and I didn't have anything to do. I was kind of bored at home, and I decided, you know what? Why not? So I went, and I saw I saw the entry, and I saw these weird looking kind of like it was like a band that it said Metalachi. Okay, so I'm like metal and mariachi, but they dressed like Kiss. So I'm like, huh. So like Gene Simmons look-alike people, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. I go in there, there's a bunch of people, and I'm like, oh no. Because I'm a little shy when it comes to certain things, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need a drink. So I'm like, okay. I go upstairs and I'm like, I need a Long Island, and I want this like top notch. I want this strong, and ready. So they gave me the first one, and I need a little bit more than that. So I'm like, okay, I'll do a second one. So the second one kind of gets me a little more warm and fuzzy, and I was about to, and I'm like, still not quite there. So I asked for a third one, and that one did it. I'm like, okay, I got it. I got it. So, and the reason why I say this is because I had taken already an eye onto someone, yours truly, and I'm like, okay, I got this. I got this. So she was right in the front. By the way, I don't do fronts. I'm always out in the back. She's right in the front, like enjoying, this event. So I'm like, okay, I get a drink. At the same time, I'm thinking, will she even drink a Long Island? Because that's a little bit on the strong side. But I'm like, you know what? The best for her, even though I didn't know her at all. So I am slowly approaching, kind of doing that. Nope, nope. Fine. And then I go up there and I'm like, I said, would you like to have a drink with me? And she kind of looked at me and she saw that I was hella nervous. So she probably felt pity on me more than anything. See? And so she said yes. And I remember she took a first sip and she's like, ooh, what is this? Gasoline or something? Because it was so strong.
So strong that I don't drink. I don't really drink. Yeah, no.
So
That's so strong.
I think she was being really nice to me because she pretended to drink. Because that drink lasted the entire night. We were there like 2 hours. So by by midnight, it gets to that time they're about to close. And I think she could sense that I was a little 3 sheets under the weather. And so she decided that by the way, she would take me to my car. It should be the other way around, but unfortunately, I was a little under the weather, as I mentioned. So she asked me, where's your car? And I'm like, oh, it's at the AT&T building. And she's looking at me like, the what?
I have no idea.
The AT&T building. And she's like, I've lived here for X amount of years and there is no AT&T building. And so I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I have my app. So my car, I could normally find it with my app. Yeah, no, I couldn't even make that work.
Couldn't maneuver it.
I couldn't maneuver my app. I could code and do all these other things on the computer, but that night I could not get into my phone to find my car. So then she's like, no, let me give you a ride home. Mind you, I don't live like really that close from here. So she took me all the way to my house. There was a little something that happened there, but I would need a drink to explain that part, because it's a little too embarrassing for me. But, she left me there, made sure that I went into, the house and that I was well. So she was already taking care of me.
I'm out of here.
Wait, you changed that. You said you cared about me.
I didn't want to have that on my conscience that something happened to you.
Wait, no one, this is different. This is not how I was explaining things.
I was just gonna say it was a destiny that you couldn't find your car, but
God.
I'm now not so sure.
Oh my God. Well, did I do anything right? Well,
That's fantastic.
I must have, because the next day, actually, she called me.
I did.
She called me. I
Like,
don't even
"Are you
remember giving her
alive?
my phone
Are
number.
you alive? Are you okay?"
She did say those exact words. And
So she did care.
see,
Even if she said she doesn't on the camera, she did care.
see, there was something.
I did.
So, from then on, it was just, we started going out and we had so many things in common. We're both very ambitious and we have a lot of goals in mind, and just the way that we do things, it felt so in tune. So it's been a wonderful experience, obviously, and hence why the fact we do everything together and we share everything. So yes.
Fantastic. Yeah.
You're the first
And
one. You're the first one to know this.
yeah, I'm honored.
No one else.
No one knows.
Everybody else,
That's
yeah,
true.
no one
No one
knows.
knows.
No one knows, but no one. Just kidding.
Yeah. And talking about the goals and dreams,
Oh,
what
God.
is the ShibaTv,
Oh,
which you guys doing together?
well, ShibaTv. ShibaTv, the way that I would like to explain this as follows. ShibaTv wants to be the decentralized TV network for the world. We like to be able to say that we are not monitored, controlled, by usual regulations. As you might know, that there's a lot of manipulation into even what content could be shown on TV. We want to give the world the ability, especially Shiba Inu community, to express, ask, and request what it is exactly that they would like to see on ShibaTv. But in particular, what I like to say is that we want to help the community. And as you know, there are so many talented people within the Shiba Inu community that are not been given the chance to promote their own projects or their own talents. And so we would like to be that voice, that network, where we could actually show them to the world and expose the creativity of these individuals and their businesses or ideas. So, as you know, it's really hard to really tap into a network per se, where they could have a segment or a segue or even a 30-second commercial to showcase yourself. So for us, we love the fact that we could approach and help anyone, and the future will only dictate those fruits of the labor. You never know what these people within the Shiba community can do or showcase, and eventually you could see that coming back, to the community and back to ShibaTv. So I like to say that we want to do sports, entertainment, education. Mind you, education is a key one, especially because we would like to have a section in the metaverse where we have a school, and we provide education for those areas that cannot build a school, but they could go into the metaverse. And some people are going to question this. They're going to say, like, if they are poor or they don't have the ability or the means to get in or go to a school, how are they going to get into the metaverse? Well, think about this. What costs us more money, to build a school or to give an Oculus and a network or internet? Mind you, we have satellite internet, so that could be provided a lot easier and provide education to those remote areas. And that is more tangible than to build a brick and mortar school and have an instructor there paid for, and also corral all the components that go along with the institution to teach. So imagine if you had this in one accessible area in the metaverse for the world. I think that would be huge and would help so many people. So that would be our goal. And also, I don't know if you've heard from this, but since we are partnered up with LAD's reforestation program and also with the Shiba Sequoia forest program that Andrew Prater is in charge of, we are actually working hard, probably the hardest thing we've ever done in our lives, to have and host Shiba Fest in Muskegon Heights next year in September. In Michigan, yes. So we are super excited because that in itself is going to be a feat. Plus, this city wants to be all Shiba Inu inclusive, point of sales, everything. So it's huge. We had a great meeting today with the mayor and everyone from that city, and we would like to expand from that. And real soon, you guys will get some. You'll be privileged. In fact, no one will give you the honors to do this interview for us if you like. We'll change the tables where you come up to us and ask us some of the questions that you would like to show or expose to the Shiba Inu community.
For your channel. No.
Oh, wow. Sounds great. Thank you, guys. So, and how did you come up with this whole idea? You had so many fantastic plans and things working in the works. So,
how did we come up?
What is the brainchild of it?
The brainchild. So ShibaTv originated in Spain with our counterparts. We have Irator, Shibita, and Ivan.
Ivan.
Man, they are a fantastic team. They pretty much showed us the ropes on how to do all of these fun interviews and kind of broke us out of our shells.
Oh, wow. Boy,
this was something that we had never imagined for ourselves, but they actually approached us because I don't know if you know of any of my stories, the Shiba short stories. That's basically how we were invited to ShibaTv in Spain. So because we do speak in Spanish, to talk about the books.
And mind you, I, I remember that conversation. I'm like, do you really want to have a autistic person be, be conducting interviews? I'm like, it took me years to be able to even speak in public, yet alone to be doing interviews on TV. They're like, yes, can't you? I'm like, I've never done that in my life. But they
Never.
took a chance on us.
Never. Yeah. So we were basically scouted. Yeah, we were basically scouted from ShibaTv in Spain, and they asked us if we would like to um, basically just be in charge of the expansion here for the English speaking market of the Americas. And, that was an opportunity that we had to jump on. I mean, we're just along for the ride here, and we're just having fun and just giving it our all. And we're going to keep doing this. And we love it. We love it. We're having a lot of fun. And yeah.
We've gotten to meet so many people. We met no one too. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot.
I'm not gonna give up on that.
I wouldn't expect you to. I enjoy it so much.
So funny. But
well, thanks guys for sharing. It's been great learning a bit about you as well.
Hey,
thank you.
You put us on the mark now.
Yeah, so let's
I'll have to turn the tables on things.
Yes.
Whew, I'm sweating.
Let's get back to Shiba Eternity. That's why we're all here today. So what was your first impression of the game?
Oh, yes.
Well, there's so much to tell. The Shiba Eternity captivates from the very first game you play, and it keeps you engaged through all the subsequent patches. The visuals of the game are stunning, and the audio is mind-blowing. And when I record those videos and post them on YouTube, they look fantastic even in 4K. So I love rewatching them on a huge TV with a powerful surround sound system. They look like a movie.
I love it. I love that it's so interactive too. Like you could pet them and all sorts of things.
It's so great. And the humor of the game is on another level. The cards will make you laugh, they will make you cry, and will possibly teach you a thing or two as well.
Yeah, you know what? That's one thing that I really do love about this game. That tongue-in-cheek kind of humor. And for those that even don't get it, as they continue to play, it's almost like they're getting educated along this game. Not so much, as well in the game to play and earn and win, however it's going to go. But if you really see the underlying message here, you're actually learning a little bit of crypto without even knowing, or at least knowing a little bit of what Shiba Inu and its community is like with this. Yeah. So that's amazing. I love that. Shaitoshi, you did amazing.
Yeah, I think that was the whole point of this game.
Yes.
To get people to give them a glimpse of what it can be and what it is, and it's a fantastic job. But the biggest wow factor for me is the community behind the game, the SHIB community. I've made so many friends on game testing Discord and even a few in the game itself. The level of kindness and sincerity is truly amazing.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we love SHIB Army. There's no other community out there like it. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, let me see. Now we're going to play a video from No One's YouTube, and he's going to be unpacking a couple of the cards and the decks.
This will be interesting, and there's a lot of good information here. So, here you guys go.
Hey guys, No One is here. Today I have a special treat for all Shiba Inu token lovers, Thank Trophies. And before you start thinking some FUD, I don't mean a crypto token. We are going to explore a brand new collectible card game developed in cooperation by Playside and Shiba Inu ecosystem developers, the Shiba Eternity. The game is currently in closed testing, so please don't fall for any scams and don't try to download it. It will hit official App Store and Google Play Market real soon. And until it does, you can watch my videos to learn as much as you can about the game and be ahead of the curve. Yesterday I spent over an hour purchasing the special packs. We had spent roughly $5,000 on them, just so we can see what they like and what they do. So today I'm gonna be open them with you. I have no idea how long it's gonna take. We have 1000 regular packs, 300 rare packs, and also 300 foil packs. Each pack has a number of cards in them, so the regular pack has 5 cards and at least one rare or better. The rare pack has 5 cards, each one rare, and the foil cards have 5 cards which are foil cards. So basically there are 2 types of cards, the foil cards and the regular cards, and then the regular ones have the different levels of rarity. Everything I say to you, there is no official guide yet about the game, so this is just my thinking and what I have learned by playing the game. And also it's still in early testing, so things might change. So let's start opening the regular packs. We can open 5 at a time, so it should speed things up a little. So now we can see all the cards that we are getting. These ones are the regular ones, the purple one is the rare one. And then you can see at the bottom of the card, each card is assigned to a trait. So you have Shiboshis, you have 1 to start with, and then you will be earning more as you level up. So these cards are assigned to certain traits each Shiboshi might have, and will be used by that Shiboshi only. So even if you get a card, it doesn't mean you can use it straight away. You have to get an acceptable Shiboshi for it. I have no idea what's the difference between the purple and the blue ones, but we're going to find out soon. Once the game hits the shops, and it's gonna be free game to download on Google Store and App Store. There will be a manual and a tutorial for it as well. But until then we have to guess and learn what we can from the actual testing of the game. So these are the foil cards. They look very nice. And have some cool names as well. Actually, the Shiba Inu community was also used during the development of the cards. The ideas have been collected from the community as well as from the developers. Silly me. About halfway through I've noticed that there is actually a skip button at the top left corner, so I can make it that much quicker. But it still takes a while to load the animation and it cannot be skipped. But at least thanks for the button. And the final one. Wow, laser fists, nice. Party pooper. I don't wanna know what it means. And that's finally it. Let's have a brief look at the cards which we have now. That's quite a few repeat cards. As you can see on the right side, there's rarity, the regular ones, rare, elite, and legendary. Then the cards are standard and foil, and then the card types of fighter, weapon, and spell. As you can see, there are quite a few of them. We'll try to get into more detail into the next video. And one final thing, which a lot of you might be curious about, whether you can pet your Boshi. Yes, the answer is yes. So have a look. You can pet it by scratching with your finger, and then he sends you love.
What are the different colors of the cards and what do they mean?
Okay, so in the game, the colors of the cards correspond to different disciplines, which you unlock as you level up, and you can assign those disciplines to the Shiboshis that you find. So currently there are 6 disciplines: Jiu-Jitsu, the dark blue, Taekwondo, the light blue, the Ryochi, the green, Baitai red, Wuf-chan, the golden brown, and my favorite at the moment, the Shaijitsu, the purple.
Shaijitsu.
Purple. Okay, I'll have to remember that. So I also heard on your video, did I hear you spent $5,000 or no? Yeah, was it $5,000 on cards?
Wow.
Well, I wouldn't be able to afford it in real life. But as a beta tester, we have to test all the features of the game, including purchasing the packs and the cards. So I took the full use of that, but mostly because some disciplines unlock at the higher levels. So in order to test them and those cards, I had to level up as quickly as I can, while the beta test was still ongoing. So I had to take every opportunity to speed things up, including the buying the packs and experience boost and stuff. Which didn't cost me real money, but it was all for the good cause, to find the bugs.
But real effort. Speaking of bugs, was there anything in particular, like a specific bug that you helped identify that you're proud of or that you corroborated with other people?
Absolutely. In the testing Discord, we had like those sections for the bug reports, and every person would start an individual report for a certain card or a bug, and then everyone else could add on to that with the experience and the thoughts which it might be coming from. So one of the nasty bugs which was out there, which we identified, was a bug when you have a guardian card in the game. It makes sure that it forces you to attack this card first before any other card. And then there is another spell, the stealth spell, which makes the card kind of invisible, and you cannot attack it at all. So when the guardian card, which you must attack first, is combined with the invisible spell, it becomes invisible, so you have to attack it, but you cannot attack it because you cannot see it, and basically you're stuck. And it was really, really annoying. But the devs are fantastic, they fixed it really, really fast.
That's awesome.
That's good. That's good.
Great. All right. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to play.
I
I'm gonna
know.
play You Know What coming soon.
We're gonna have all,
Absolutely.
we're gonna have our kids. We're gonna have our neighbors. I mean,
Everybody download.
we're gonna have everyone. Let's crash these like servers for reals.
In one of your videos, you had stated that the Shib Army helped come up with some of the names of the cards. What are some of your favorites?
Yeah, you're right. The whole ship army was involved in submitting their ideas, and the best ones have made it into the game. I think some of the most famous ones, I believe, are the Bonk and the ship Chancla.
Oh, the chancla. You know what? Not okay. I'm just gonna say this. Hispanics, we fear the chancla. Now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because no matter the distance, it's like a boomerang. Your mom is going to hit you no matter what distance. It's literally, you could be half a mile away and that chancla will hit you right over the
Who's
head.
gonna get you?
No way out of it.
That's why the card is so powerful.
Shaitoshi, you nailed it with that. And whoever, decided to add the chancla, we fear the chancla.
So, what is your favorite Shiboshi in the game?
Okay, in the game, as in the real life, there are 10,000 unique Shiboshis. And while in the game they are directly related to the real NFTs at this stage, every possible combination is in the game. So the chances of drawing exactly your Shiboshi are quite small, but it gets higher the more Shiboshis you get.
When building your Shiboshi, which one is your favorite?
Oh, good question.
Okay, like in the real life, in the game there are all 10,000 unique Shiboshis, and while they are not directly related to the real NFTs at this stage, every possible combination is in the game. So the chances of drawing your Shiboshi exactly is 1 to 10,000. But of course, every subsequent Shiboshi which you find will increase those chances a little bit.
Okay, so the odds are very rare that you encounter the same or your own Shiboshi twice.
Have you?
You cannot encounter it twice, but yeah, the chances of finding it are quite small.
Have you
But you have to actually understand that you don't quote unquote build your Shiboshi.
Oh.
You simply unlock it like an LOL egg and find what's inside, how it looks like, and what traits it has.
Oh, okay.
I have a daughter, so I know a thing or two about LOLs. So they're just as exciting.
Oh yeah, we know about the LOL eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know why the
But-
kids are infatuated with them, and they don't even know what's inside.
I know.
Yeah, so that's the same surprise.
Yeah, that's.
But nonetheless, you should remember that while you make your Shiboshi, it might be really nice to have your own Shiboshi
Oh, yeah.
in the game. Actually, it might turn out that the traits that it has might not work well with your deck, and you might actually prefer to use a different Shiboshi. So,
Okay.
well, I haven't found my Shiboshi yet, but I keep still looking and spending the kibble, the in-game currency that I earn to do that. But it's not that easy.
Spend all
But,
the people.
Yeah, but those people that know me know that I'm a very patient and persistent person. So I would keep grinding at it until I finally succeed.
Oh my gosh.
And you're
So my suggestion to all viewers would be to never give up. You'll never know how close you are to your dream until you reach it. And I'm not talking just about collecting cards or Shiboshes here, but everything in life.
No one has spoken and given a virtuous speech here.
Yes. So, what is your favorite Shiboshi trait and power?
Okay, so my favorite Shiboshi trait. Personally, I really like sombrero trait. Probably the players in Latin America are going to love it too. It makes the Shiboshi so cute. Yet it gives really nice power, the relaxing moment. Which for two barks, the barks are the in-game energy. It gives a friendly fighter a block. So while there are some other powers with the same bark cost which inflict damage, most of them do just 1 damage or damage in the stun at best for legendary traits, while the relaxing moment gives block, which would, sorry for the lack of more appropriate word, block the first attack of any damage.
Oh.
So it can be a really powerful tool in your arsenal, especially when paired with Guardian cards, which, as I have told before, make the opponent attack them first.
Yeah.
So you put a block on them, they attack, and they spend a lot of damage, waste a lot of damage on the block itself.
So, for example, if I had a big power and I was about to use that, but because you used that card, my big power that I spent all this money or that I was saving for, you end up blocking that and I lose that power?
Absolutely. If you have no hour power and you have to use it, it will be just wasted on the first attack.
Oh, I
So
love
what
that.
people usually do, they attack with something small to break the block, and then you would use the powerful card.
Oh, that's
But-
great. I love
So
that.
the game is fantastic. There is always option to counter something. There is no like perfect card which would help you win. So there is always something you can do.
Love that. Well thought out.
Very. How many hours do you think you've played of Shiba Eternity so far?
Well, I can honestly say that Shiba Eternity has taken over all of my playtime, which I had available. I don't know exactly how many hours I spent playing the game. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have stats checking this feature yet, but we have passed this idea to the devs for consideration.
Got it.
But to be honest, I feel like I spend more time editing the videos and recording the training guides for the community than actually purely enjoying the game.
Yeah.
Got it.
But I enjoy helping the community even more, so it's well worth it.
And you're still married though, right? Just kidding.
Absolutely, and I have a full-time job.
Sorry, I had to throw a little jab at you since you got me earlier.
Does your wife play? Has she played the game also?
Well, she doesn't play yet, she's waiting for the official release. Because I'm the beta tester and I always follow the rules, so I did not give her a chance to play. She was not chosen, unfortunately.
Okay.
So she's waiting for the official release a lot.
Okay.
Got it.
See, and then you guys are going to be playing all the time.
That's
There you go.
funny.
Yeah, but she's learning from my videos.
So in your videos, you had commented that the game was easy to play but difficult to master. What exactly did you mean by that?
Oh yes, learning the basic moves and characteristics of the card is really easy. The game boasts an excellent tutorial, which teaches everything you need to know before you start. And just the other day I have recorded its playthrough for anyone eager to watch it before the game comes out very soon.
Speaking of which, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I wanted everyone to know your YouTube channel. Where can they come and see your content and subscribe to, so that they could learn anything and everything there is that no one has ever done?
Oh, yes, so the channel is called No One Has Spoken, so it's quite easy to remember and quite easy to find.
Perfect. Love that.
So each card in the game has its own, sometimes unique abilities and characteristics. So coming back to why it's difficult to master. And when combined with the other appropriate cards, they can form really powerful synergies. And sometimes you would recognize these synergies when you are hit by them in your face by the opponent. And you lose so badly you go run into your mommy that you need another card pack to try and unlock it for yourself.
That's funny.
But of course, like I said before, every deck has a strategy to counter it. So sometimes it's just enough to replace one card to be able to thwart that strategy in the future. And that's the beauty of this game.
I see. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Love that.
I can't wait. So who is your most memorable game with so far?
I wanted to ask this. I noticed it. Who? Please tell us.
Okay, my most memorable game has been with Queenie. I think everyone knows and loves Queenie. She's fantastic.
Absolutely. Queenie, we love you.
So the game was going great for me, or so I thought, until I suddenly noticed that my Shiboshi stamina is at 11 out of the starting maximum 30. So at that stage, I tried to defend myself, but the next turn I was miraculously dead. And I thought to myself, what kind of witchcraft is this? But luckily, I have been recording this game So I went back to rewatch it, and indeed I have seen that I was losing stamina out of the thin air without any cards or spells played by Queenie.
Oh,
It
it was
was
a
a bug.
bug?
Yeah, so after I came back to her to discuss what happened, and as it turned out, she in fact had warriors, which just didn't see for some reason. So she had them in her game, but for my game they were not shown. So it was a bug,
Oh, okay.
and it was still during the testing. So, but it was really surprising and epic moment for me, realizing playing while it was all going great, and then realizing I am dead. Oops.
So we're
funny.
gonna show a clip of the game that no one shared with us against Queenie.
Thank you for sharing this.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm really happy. So this is exclusive video.
It hasn't been on my channel yet, so you get to show it first.
Yes,
Here we
thank
go.
you. the Twitter space, Shaitoshi had mentioned your YouTube videos. How did that make you feel?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never even dreamed or planned on getting where I am at the moment. I started my channel just to share my great testing experience of the game with the world, with the dev's permission, of course. And slowly it grew into an educational medium as well. And I have been extremely humbled by all the positive support and messages which I was receiving in the YouTube channel, and that's what made it all worthwhile.
Yes, definitely.
And I would have never imagined my channel to grow as fast as it did. But a huge thank you to Shaitoshi for that, for mentioning my channel. And I even keep the screenshots of his very first comments he made in Shib Discord about watching my videos. And that was totally unexpected, and I felt extremely honored.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's it's funny. Okay.
Yeah, I think that every person deserves a recognition for the good that they're doing. So if you know someone who does something right, don't be just a passerby. Give them a little appreciation, and it just might turn their life around.
Speaking of which, Shaitoshi did actually tweet out, and actually no, sorry, he tweeted out and he put it on the article right where he mentions build, look, and then he mentions
Oh, yeah.
ShibWriter and her books, and
He said, I saw the books keep going. Something,
yes,
something
keep
to that
building.
fact.
They said everyone can create, anyone can build. Look, I
All the
read the
children's
stories,
books. Yeah.
love them, and she basically printed that out, cut it out, and we have it up in the wall because it's that important for us, especially for her. So thank you, Shaitoshi, for acknowledging her work, and it's a great thing, as you said. It's one of those things that makes you feel really good when it's appreciated.
Absolutely, he's so great.
Yeah, I love that. So let's see, where are we here? Are you excited for download day?
Oh yes.
Now everybody's gonna be, everybody's gonna want to play.
Absolutely. I look forward to the whole world being able to experience this amazing game for themselves. If you remember, that was the original reason why I started my YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I can't wait to play with the new opponents, and of course to share the greatest battles with everyone on my YouTube.
That'd be an honor to
I
play.
absolutely, oh, absolutely, we must arrange that as soon as it comes out. I absolutely want this game to make it to the #1 in the app stores and to stay there for a long time.
Yes.
The work which PlaySide, William Wolk, and the Ship developers, as well as all the beta testers did, have accomplished an amazing feat, and the result is simply outstanding.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Couldn't agree with you anymore. More. I mean, this. First of all, can you even fathom the fact that it's been what 2 years, a little over 2 years, and there's this much being built with Shiba Inu and its ecosystem? We got Shibarium, now we got Leash, we got Treats about to come out, we got Bone. I mean, we got everything. I mean, could you even think that this would even be possible in this short amount of time?
That's just simply mind-blowing. I just feel lucky and privileged that I was able to join all of that before even the Shiba Swap came out.
Yes, exactly. Do you think we're gonna take the servers down on October 1st?
One way or another, we're gonna challenge them servers.
Download. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so regarding the taking the servers down, I hope that the game servers will hold the line. We did a lot of testing and preparation for this day, and I hope Shiba Eternity will continue delivering as it has been the case until now. As regarding to the App Store servers, I have a dual opinion about it. Taking them down would show the world the power of the SHIB community behind the ecosystem.
Yes.
But possibly inconveniencing others to make them notice you is not the best first impression that we can make.
That's
and
true.
Also, I would hate people eager to play the Shiba Eternity having to wait a minute longer than they already have been to get their paws on this treasure.
It's funny.
So I guess it looks like I'm actually against bringing the servers down. This is not the SHIB way, and our best introduction is doing good in the world.
It's
No one, me, thinks that.
I said something similar to her. I'm like, with all this beta testing, you really think the beta testers would want for the servers to crash? I'm assuming they went through all this AWS cloud computing and added all these servers just to mitigate these issues and not, have everything shut down on the day that everyone wants to try it out.
Yeah.
So I am with you, no one. That sounds
Yeah, absolutely. We kill them with kindness, is what I like to say.
Yes. So I found a piece of advice from you on the Shiba Eternity Discord. This is it right here. Is there any, and then I'll ask, is there any other piece of advice that you would like to offer to the Shib Army?
I believe that the advice in the Shiba Eternity Discord is enough to get every player started on the eternal journey into this amazing game. But I would encourage every single one of us to remember that this is just a game. You will not be able to win every match in it. In fact, the game has been incredibly balanced exactly for this purpose. There is always a counter deck to your deck, and no single secret combination that can win them all. So play with different cards, decks, Shiboshis, find things that work best for you, but most importantly, have fun.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm talking generally now again, enjoy the life journey and not the destination. No one has spoken.
Well said. You know what?
I love it.
To wrap things up, I am going to ask you a question. And should you want to answer it, it would be the following. Can you tell us something unique about no one? Something that maybe no one knows? Wow, I keep going through all these, right? Or that no one would like to share to the world.
Oh wow. I don't even know what to say really.
See how
I have this name, no one, just to try and blend in, but somehow it doesn't work out for me. And I get noticed everywhere. So something unique I would have to think about.
No one can't blend in.
No one can't do anything.
That is so funny. I love it. I love it.
I think I have something similar to you. I've always was a very introverted person, and in my entire life I would have never thought that I would be doing these things, doing interviews, recording videos with my voice on the internet or something like this. So I can really appreciate all the effort it took you to be performing here live in front of everyone, and I just have a lot of respect for you.
Oh, thank
you have no idea. Those words mean a lot to me because, yes, it took me a lot of therapy, many years to be able to even speak because I was always to myself. I played when I was young only with myself, games that I would come up with. I didn't have a social life. I didn't even have friends. I was always seen as odd. I was always into school. I still am in school. I've always enjoyed that aspect. And yes, it made me comfortable to read or understand things that most didn't understand. And until I got over that phase, I started to be able to speak a little bit more freely. So thank you. It really does mean a lot to me.
Just a little bit.
Now a lot.
Thank you, guys. It's been great.
Thank you.
You've been great. Thank you. I can't even tell you how excited we were to do this interview with you. So thank you so much for being here with us on ShibaTv. And everybody, please make sure to like and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to go to No One Has Spoken. And remember, no one gives good financial advice.
No one, absolutely no one gives no financial advice. Thank you, honestly.
Thank you, guys. It's been a blast.
From the ShibaTv team and the Shiba Inu community, we truly love your content. We love your humility, and we love how easy it is to talk to you and how open you were and actually exposing us a little bit. Well, me more than anyone. But I loved it still, so thank you.
Thank you so much, Noah. We really appreciate everything you have done for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care.